Chameleons. They look slow, awkward, and oddly mesmerizing. But behind those bulging eyes and rainbow skin is a creature running a masterclass in behavioral strategy. Their minds operate on perception, decision-making, and social cognition, the same kinds of things psychologists study in humans, but in a way that's all about survival. Color isn't just decoration, it's information. Every shift in hue is a signal of internal state and environmental assessment. When a threat appears, stress triggers arousal, flooding the chameleon's body with hormones that tell pigment cells, called chromatophores, to expand or contract. Darker shades warn predators or rivals. "I'm stressed. Stay away." Brighter, vivid colors communicate dominance, territorial presence, or readiness to mate. Neutral tones, on the other hand, act as risk management, blending seamlessly into the background to avoid detection. Each shift is a rapid psychological calculation: stay safe, show strength, or attract attention. But it doesn't stop there. These color changes are a form of cost-benefit thinking in motion. Displaying bright colors might intimidate a rival or attract a mate, but it also makes the chameleon more visible to predators. Staying muted avoids danger, but sacrifices social or reproductive advantages. The chameleon's brain constantly weighs these options, analyzing the environment, the behavior of nearby animals, and its own needs. This is adaptive cognition at work, a real-time mental evaluation of risk, reward, and survival. In every subtle hue, the chameleon's mind is making life-or-death decisions without a word, a blink, or a single sound. Even solitary creatures play mental games. When two males cross paths, it's rarely about physical fights at first. Instead, they engage in a psychological standoff. Puffing up the body, hissing, and flashing bright colors are all dominant signaling, a way to establish power without risking injury. By reading these signals, rivals assess whether to escalate or retreat, a form of social cognition where perception directly shapes behavior. Every flick of a tongue, every subtle posture shift is a negotiation in survival and territory. Females also participate in this silent communication network. Their colors aren't random. They convey receptivity, avoidance, or stress. A muted female signals disinterest, discouraging unwanted suitors, while brighter shades indicate readiness to mate. In this way, chameleons practice impression management and nonverbal communication, constantly observing and responding to subtle cues from others. Social encounters aren't just chance interactions. They are calculated, strategic, and critical to survival, a real-life lesson in reading minds and signals without words. They don't rush. A chameleon can sit perfectly still for hours, eyes scanning independently in every direction, analyzing every movement around them. This is executive function in action, planning, monitoring, and controlling behavior to maximize success. Each freeze, each deliberate shift, is a decision based on careful observation. They use predictive cognition to anticipate prey movements, calculate strike timing, and choose the exact moment to act. It's not laziness, it's strategy, patience, and precision rolled into one slow, deliberate package. Waiting isn't just about hunting, it's survival. Moving too quickly risks alerting predators or drawing unnecessary attention, so inhibitory control keeps impulses in check. Every step is measured, every pause intentional, balancing risk and reward in real time. This careful timing and attention to detail is a psychological skill humans call decision-making under uncertainty, and the chameleon is a master at it. In their world, patience isn't just a virtue, it's a life-or-death necessity. Life in the wild is unpredictable, and reacting to every little disturbance would be exhausting. That's why a chameleon excels at emotional regulation, controlling responses to stress and conserving energy for what truly matters. Minor rustles or passing shadows don't trigger panic. Only real threats spark action. This selective responsiveness shows attentional control, allowing them to focus on crucial stimuli while ignoring irrelevant noise. In other words, they know when to care and when to stay calm, a mental economy that maximizes survival. This efficiency extends beyond just threat responses. Hunger, mating opportunities, and environmental changes are constantly evaluated, but the chameleon only acts when the benefit outweighs the cost. This is cost-benefit decision-making applied to emotion, reacting appropriately without wasting precious energy. By practicing selective attention and self-regulation, the chameleon maintains a balance between vigilance and conservation, making sure it's ready to strike, flee, or display when the moment truly counts. It's psychological efficiency at its finest, executed in scales, color, and movement. Observation, patience, risk assessment, and strategic signaling, these aren't just abstract concepts. They are the essence of adaptive intelligence in action. A chameleon survives not because it's the strongest or fastest, but because it reads the environment, interprets social cues, and makes decisions based on perception, executive function, and predictive cognition. Every subtle color shift, every calculated step, and every pause demonstrates a deep understanding of cause and effect, showing how even a small brain can master complex decision-making under uncertainty. In many ways, the chameleon is a psychologist of its own world. It practices emotional regulation, attentional control, and strategic impression management without ever thinking about the words themselves. Its life is a continuous lesson in reading signals, weighing risks, and acting with precision. For humans, it's a living example of how perception, patience, and calculated action can tip the scales between success and failure. One deliberate color change at a time, the chameleon proves that survival isn't about strength. It's about thinking, planning, and adapting.